MyPhilsGang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgate.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
And welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Today, the market's up 527 points. Market's all excited. Now, what happened? Let's think about it. When the 10-year Treasury yield, which is what drives the mortgages on your home, the rate, the interest rate, and what the government has to pay in interest on its national debt, when the yields drop from 1.46 to 1.43, the market went up 600 points. Because remember, every time these yields go up, that's bad. That means interest rates are going up. So let's think about it. So when the yields drop 1.46 to 1.4, everybody celebrated. Market went up 600 points. Yay! Then, when we went from 1.43 back up to 1.45, we dropped 700 points. So let's think about this. We go from 1.46 up to 1.43. Everybody's excited because the interest rates went down. 1.46, 1.43, market goes to 600 points. Well, then it went back up. Went back up to 1.45 from 1.43, and the market went down 700 points. Then today, the yields went back from 1.45, where the market, they were so upset. The market dropped 700 points yesterday. Today, you wake up, we're up 155 points, 1.55. But the market, instead of going down 700 points again, it went up 500 points. What are you, nuts? Why? Well, stronger than expected jobs report, 379,000. That boosted the optimism for a faster economic reopening. What are you, nuts? This drives you nuts. Now think about this. The market's going up 150, the market went up 500 points because yields, interest rates went from 1.45 to 1.55. We should have been down, but it went up because they're saying, look, it's 379,000 new jobs. That means the economy's going to reopen really quick. What a bunch of BS that is. That's unbelievable. No, it's not going to open up quicker. You're not going to get people on airplanes. You're not going to keep going. Just because you open up airplanes, you think everybody's going to rush to airplanes? You all want to be cooped up in an airplane? No, it's going to take time. The schools aren't open. And as I say, I don't care if you open restaurants, I don't care what you open. After a year of this, people don't have confidence. They don't have the confidence to go into a restaurant. In fact, myself, there's a wonderful restaurant across from where I live, downtown Sarasota. I live in a condo. Wonderful restaurant. It's called First Watch. My wife and I go over there every Sunday to have breakfast. But I don't go in there anymore because now the place is packed arm to arm with people. So I don't even feel comfortable going in. And a lot of them don't have masks on. And it's probably okay. But after a year, run around with a mask and the fear and, then everybody says, well, wait a minute, if you're old, you got to be careful. Well, I'm not old. I just turned 75. That's young. But still, I hesitate. Now, do you think I, or even a 40-year-old, is going to jump on an airplane? Yeah, this is all crazy. This is crazy. I mean, it's just insane how the fake business news networks, how they can promote stuff. Now, watch what happens when we come back on Monday. It's just like when when Kudlow and the rest of them said they had the best economy ever. Remember, in the Trump administration? Best economy ever. Best economy ever. Wow, that didn't make sense either. The government was spending $4 trillion and only taking in revenue $3 trillion. How could that be the best economy ever? That's a $1 trillion deficit. So 2021, the deficit will increase from $1 trillion to $2.3 trillion. The interest on the national debt, remember, national debt of $25 trillion in 2020 was $479 billion. That's what we had to pay for interest. The interest on the national debt this year, which is going to be $30 trillion because of all this different stimulus, the interest rates are going to go to $500. We're going to pay $560 billion. Are you nuts? Now remember, the interest, the run rate, is based on the increase of the 10-year Treasury yield. And as you see, they've gone up since last August at 0.55, up, which is, let's say, 0.53, thank you. 53 basis points up to 155 points. That's a big jump. And they're still going to keep going up. Now, what happens is the interest rate, the cost of this interest on the national debt, is going to, on this run rate, as the rates have been going up. Now, think of it. If you take the run rate and go back to last year, August, of 53 basis points to now we're at 155 basis points, that means our interest rate is going to go to where we got to pay, instead of $560 billion, $1.2 trillion. We're broke. We can't afford to pay that. But yet, what were they saying? They kept saying over and over how this was the best economy ever.
We had the best economy ever.
Our economy is the best it has ever been.
The economy is booming and jobs are booming.
So, here, they're saying how great the economy was. No, it wasn't the best economy. Because even under Trump, remember, the deficits were increasing. So if you go back just to 2020 and see the deficits was $1 trillion a year, now they're $2.3 trillion a year. This is crazy. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to make a prediction now. Remember the prediction I made with Tesla? If you've been in Tesla, take your profits at 3:57 p.m. on February 17, 2021, and you're going to love me for it. Remember, on February 17th, on the show, I said, take profits on Tesla, or short Tesla. And I also said, if you're in Tesla, take your profits. Well, guess what? And I said, you'll love me. Tesla went down 26%, and my members got a 26% by shorting it. Now, how did I know that? How did I know Tesla's going down? Well, because interest rate yields are going up. That's going to kill big tech, going to kill Tesla. They borrow and borrow and borrow. I mean, it wasn't a genius to figure that out. So that's why I said that day, and everybody thought I was nuts. And now they see I was right. Now I'm going to predict something else. Today, March 5th, 2021, I'm going to predict something about gold when I come back after this break. Join my gang. Go to my homepage, Phil's Gang, Working Investor Group, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. Go to my site, philsgang.com. It says Working Investor Group. And you get signed up free for 10 days. Get my color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, when not to add, and when to run like hell. Also, you get my membership for 10 days. During that 10-day period, everything's free. And you'll make that decision if you want to continue. But you'll find out that you'll know exactly when to get out of a stock using my color-coded chart. I'm not going to sell you. You're going to sell yourself in 10 days. You're going to say, why didn't I do this before? The color-coded chart tells me when to get out. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out of the stock market. They just don't. Just like they're told, buying a dip, buying a dip. Really? Just buying a dip anywhere? Ridiculous. Now for my prediction. Oh, by the way, tonight will be my 9th segment on my YouTube channel where I review each week. This will be my 9th week. I go over the week, identify the little clues we're getting that is bringing us closer and closer to the crash. And if you remember, I predicted the crash on January 16, 2018. I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. That Phil Grandy said, on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. The crash will be caused by China, the FANG stocks, and I believe we are going to get at least a 5% pullback between now and the second week of February. Remember, stock market crashes just don't happen overnight. They can take as long as a year before you get the capitulation. The capitulation, I believe, will be in December of this year, 2018, or the first quarter of 2019. But there's no question the catalyst will be China and the big tech stocks, FANG stocks. Now, I was dead right on that. We had the capitulation in December. And then you know the rest of the story. The market's been collapsing ever since. Now, I gave you my prediction of Tesla. If you've been in Tesla, take your profits at 3:57 p.m. on February 17, 2021, and you're going to love me for it. And it dropped 26%. Now I'm going to give you another prediction. Gold. Today, mark this down, March 5th, 2021. Phil Grandy says that gold is going to be so popular this year. Everybody's going to be buying gold. Now, let me tell you why. First of all, you love going after stocks that everybody hates. If you recall, you go back to February of 2020 or March of 2020, where nobody wanted oil. We bought the oil. We bought the airlines. We bought the cruise lines, cruise lines, and the casinos. Nobody wanted those stocks. And we got tremendous returns on those, much as 30, 40%. 30, 40%. Because I love stocks when nobody wants it. Everybody hates gold now. Everybody hates it. Nobody wants it. Who needs a safe haven? Who needs a safe haven like gold? When every day the market's making new highs. Even today, when the Treasury yields went from 1.45 to 1.55, the market went up instead of down. The other day, the market, when it went up from 1.43 to 1.44, the market dropped 600 points. But now today, when the Treasury yields went up from 1.45 to 1.55, 10 points, the market should have been down 500 points. No, it's up. Why? Why? Because they're saying that we had a stronger than expected jobs report, 379,000. It boosted such optimism for a faster economic recovery. What are you, nuts? I'll tell you why that's not going to happen. But gold, let me tell you why it's going to work. Everybody hates it. Nobody wants it. Who needs gold? You have the Bitcoin. Who needs gold? Everybody loves the Bitcoin. Everybody loves the big tech stocks. Buying a dip. Who wants gold? The herd mentality. Robin Hood. Speculation. Buy on the dip. Who wants gold? For old men. Old ladies. Not for young speculators. Really? Well, I'm going to tell you why gold is going to do so well. Because the interest rates are killing this economy. The yield is going up. And remember what tipped over the 2008 market. What's going on right now as interest rates started to go up. As soon as interest rates hit 4.5%, the market tipped over and collapsed. They've got to stop the market the yields from going up, the interest rates from going up. So they're going to have to suppress it. So they got to print money and keep going buying 10-year treasuries, keep dropping those back down to zero. But what they're forgetting is there's inflation. Inflation is starting to roar. How do we know that? Because 10-year treasury yields are going up. The dollar's going up. That means inflation's going up. But you're being lied to about inflation. Why? The main reason, they don't want to give to the seniors, to Social Security people, the increase in cost, living costs. So they lie to them. But what makes a perfect gold is when you have both those combinations, where you got inflation going up while you're suppressing the price of the 10-year of the interest rates. That is beautiful. That's when gold takes off. Now you just got to know when's that going to happen. Well, if you join my gang, you'll know. Just like you knew I told you when Tesla was going to drop. So gold is going to be so popular this year, you just got to know when to get in. Then better, you got to know when to get out. And we'll be right on both of those. Join my gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Big growth this year. I mean, you could have 7 or 8% real growth.
Remember that? 7 to 8% real growth. 7 to 8% real growth. Now, here's what they don't understand. Nobody understands. Because our economic growth, we dropped 31%. I think it was 33% in February 2020. Or 31%. Then we went up 33%. Because we came off such a low. Then the next quarter was just 4%. But everybody's forgetting that you go back to 2008, our GDP since 2008 to now is average 1.6%. But when you get these big swings, because you're coming off such lows, everything is, it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just, I'll use the word screwed up. You just can't, it doesn't work like that. Everything's exaggerated. You got to get it back down to where it starts calming down and that you got steady growth. And where does growth come from? Growth comes from productivity, production. Growth comes from the CEOs plowing money back into their company, their profits, and any money they borrow back into their company. But they haven't been doing that, and they're still not going to do that. And this is why gold's going to go up, because they're going to continue to drive those interest rates back down. They can't have 10-year Treasury yields going up from 55 basis points last August to 155 points. That's insane. That's going to bust, make United States insolvent. Now think why. The national debt, we are on our run rate to from 25 trillion to 30 trillion. We were on that run rate under Kudlow. Under Kudlow. And he said, oh, everything is great. It wasn't great. Now, you got to extrapolate the numbers. That's telling you the interest rate, the run rate we are right now, the interest rate is going to, instead of being, today we're at 2.8%. That's what we're paying on our national debt. Now remember, the stock market crashed in 2008 when we were paying interest rate of 4.5. We're going to get to 5% very quickly because of the run rate we're on now towards 30 trillion. That means we're going to be paying interest a year, not 450 billion, not 560 billion, not 650 billion, but 1.5 trillion. I know it sounds crazy, but it is. Just do the numbers. It's insane. That's about, I mean, but that's where we're on our way towards that. The run rate, you figure it out, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. So our interest rates are going to hit 5%. So as I say, at 5%, you're going to be paying over $1 trillion on interest, not 550 billion or 6 billion, but that means we're totally broke. So that's why gold is going to be fantastic. You don't forget, these yields are going up, means we have inflation going up. But they lie to you every day because they don't want to admit there's inflation. Because to admit there's inflation, that means they have to give cost of living adjustments to our seniors. Everybody on Social Security, they don't want to do that. The other thing, they don't want gold going up. Because when gold goes up, that signals to China and the Saudis, who are our lenders, who are our banks, that we're in trouble. So they want higher interest when they lend to us. So that's why I had a laugh today when they came out with these job numbers, and all of a sudden we now go up 500 points today. When we went from, our interest rates went to 1.55 from 1.45. And the other day when we went from just up 1 point, 1.43 to 1.44, the stock market crashed 600 points. This is nuts. The Federal Reserve is not going to have any choice to print money. And remember, to print all this money is taking the purchasing power away from you and me as consumers. We're going to need more dollars. We're going to have more dollars to pay what we bought last week. Instead of having 3 pieces of paper, we're going to need 5 pieces of paper because it's going to be worthless. Nobody's telling the truth. So the stocks you want to be in, the stocks you're going to want to be in are going to be metals. And everybody thinks I'm crazy. Well, they thought I was crazy when I said Tesla. Short Tesla. We also shorted J&J. But here's what's going on. I've been really focusing my members on shorting, teaching them how to short. Now, they don't have to learn if they don't want, because it's very simple. If you use my color code, when it's red and the trend is down, which shows we have a little special trend, all they do is stay short. And then it tells them when to stop shorting and to get out of their position and then to go long. And that's why we give it to them for 10 days so they can see it works. I don't sell them. They sell themselves. They'll see, yeah, this does work. I mean, take example, Johnson & Johnson. We had a perfect setup on Johnson & Johnson. If you have a mobile device, you can see this. But look at this. When it turned green, Johnson & Johnson around $149. And then on the bottom is where we have this little gauge, which tells you're in a sweet spot. If you get outside of that, it means you're out of the sweet spot. You don't want to be out of the sweet spot. So it went from about $149 up to $170. But then it's 14%. But then it turned red. 85% of people don't know when to get out. They stay in, they lose their money. But not with this, because it turned red at 167, and now it went from 167 down to 152. So not only did my members know to get out, but they could stay in and sell it short and make 9%. So the stocks that you're going to want to be in, okay, is say the metals. You're going to be in the metals. These tech stocks have had it. These tech stocks had big tech. First of all, the PE ratios are nuts. Because think about this. You have take the S&P stocks. About 45% of the S&P is big tech stocks. It contributes about 45% to the S&P. Everybody buys big tech. That's all they buy. They buy the same stocks. Everybody. They're so overpriced, it's incredible. And it's over for them. And if they're going to try to move these stocks back up, they got to get the yields down, because when interest rates go up, the big tech stocks are getting killed like they are now. So they got to get interest rates down. So when those interest rates, they start pulling them down by printing money, which is destroying our buying power, printing money and going buying treasuries to drop those yields down, interest rates down. When the government, Federal Reserve keeps doing that, and inflation's going up, and you're trying to suppress the yields from going up, interest rates going up, that's a perfect storm to buy gold. But I know people say, who needs gold? Everything's beautiful. Well, think about it. Is it really? It's not. If you want to sit there and listen to these guys on CNBC and fake business news, and you want to listen to Varney and all these guys, go ahead. You're going to lose your shirt again. You're going to lose your shirt. Because their job is to make you feel good. Their job, remember, is to get you to the point where you're hopeful, to where you're just beside yourself. Where you got so much confidence, you'll stay in the market, and then you get caught. You get caught because you don't get out in time. And how do they keep you in there? Why do they keep you in there? I'll tell you why when I get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days, philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right, and tonight I am going to be posting my nice segment on why we're getting closer to a crash. And I think this will be the best one I've done because I got two charts. There's one chart that always works where it's set up where there is this one line, one area of red. And when it hits that, when you start seeing the market going up and it starts peaking and it breaks through that line, the market crashes. Remember I told you the other day, you're not going to get a stock market crash until it does two things. One, it has to start to peak. It's got to peak because they got to get because the big boys, Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, they got to get their pension funds out. And the only way they can get the pension funds out is they use you, the retail customer, to keep the stock market up. They got to get you thrilled. They got to get belief. See, this is what their job is. See that's what they're here. Listen to what Carlos says here. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know I sound like I'm picking on him, but I am. Because he's a dope.
And folks, you should keep adding to these index funds. Do not sell. Do not time. Just buy them and hold them. And then buy more and hold them. And if the market sells off badly, buy more and hold it.
That's amazing, isn't it? The only person that could do that is a guy like Buffett. You got to have millions and millions of dollars. So when the markets crash, they always come back because bubbles are man-made. They're created by the 1/100th of 1 percentile of the population. The 1/100th of 1%, they own everything. The 1/100th of 1%, not the 1%, the 1/100th of 1%. They control the interest rates, the Federal Reserve. They control the Congress. They control the judges. Yes, sir. They control the Supreme Court. They control everything. These people are so wealthy. They control everything. Now, I'm going to tell you, for this guy here to say, hold and hold, that's the problem. No, they don't know when to get out. And you always lose money. Hold. If you held during the dot-com crash, look what happened. If you were in an index fund, let's take just buy the Spiders ETF. If you didn't know when to get out, what good is it? Most people they didn't know when to get out. But see, their job, the reason why he's saying that, he's got to get you from hope to optimism, and all these fake business news networks. And all the people who are on there, like Laffer.
It's just a wonderful world we're living in. It's just a wonderful world we're living in.
And then guys like Payne.
Our economy is surging along. It's surging.
Their job is to get you excited, to get you to the point of the psychology of hope. Then they got to get you to the point of optimism, because they got to build that spike in the market. They got to build that pyramid. It looks like a pyramid going up. I got to get you to the point of belief, because when you get to the point of belief, they sell you on, hey, it's time to get fully invested. Then as the peak goes up, then they get you thrilled, where you end up buying more stock. And you're going to say, I'm going to buy on margin. Then they get you to the point where you're heading towards the peak. Now remember, during hope, optimism, belief, and thrilled, remember what they're doing. The big boys, the J.P. Morgans, the Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they're moving their pension fund out. They're selling their stock to you, who's coming in. They're saying, here, take ours. Take all our stock. And they're moving the pension fund out. That's who they take care of. They screw you, the small retail investor. They don't need you. They don't make money as small retail investors like me or you. No. But as long as they use you to hold the market up, that's where it peaks. That's when you know you got a market crash coming. So they get you through the hope phase, optimism phase, belief phase. I'm going to show you this on tonight. I'll post it around 6 o'clock, my YouTube channel. This will be my 9th week doing it, and I'm going to prove it to you while we're getting closer to a crash. But then finally, here's where the danger comes in. When they get you so thrilled, not only do you buy more stock, you start buying it on margins. Then when the market drops, because remember, you always have to have that, especially in the NASDAQ, got to get that 10% drop first before a market can crash. And then they push it back up again. And they engineer that. Why do they do that? Because when they drop the market and people are thinking, oh, this is it, this is a big crash. And then it stops and it starts going back up. Well, then people get thrilled. They think, oh, it's over. The crash is over. The crash is over. Remember, they're doing this to get the pension funds out. Then euphoria sets in. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I'm going to get so rich. I'm going to buy not only the dips, I'm going to buy on margin. And then when that market drops, and then she goes back up, then you get complacent. This is when it gets real dangerous, real dangerous. When you get that 10% correction, then it goes up. People say, oh, it didn't crash. The crash is over. The crash is over. That's what happened with Kudlow. Not Kudlow. Kramer. And I said to everyone, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. This was 2008. I said, the market's going to go back down. It's unbelievable. So, and understand this too. We have a plunger team that consists of the Secretary of Treasury, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, the Chairman of the SEC, the Chairman of Commodities Futures Trading. They meet with the President every day, how to rig the market. How to rig the market. And then they print money. If they're going to move the market up, they print money, and they give the money to who? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup, and J.P. Morgan to go in and buy more shares to bring the interest rates down, the Treasury down, or they print more money to go into companies that are failing or banks that are failing and go in and buy their debt or buy their mortgage-backed securities or buy their assets. So you replenish, give them more and more money and take the debt off of their books, put it on the Federal Reserve book. As I told you, in 2008, there was only $800 billion on the Federal Reserve book. It took over 100 years to get to $800 billion on their books. About 100 years. It took 13 years. That's it, to go from $800 billion to $7 trillion. So the reason that when you see that, when you hear there's $7 trillion on the Federal Reserve books, that means all that $7 trillion came from where? All these bad companies that are going broke, these bad banks, and they're propping them up. And this costs money. And you have to print it, you have to borrow it. And finally, when you start seeing the yields going up, you know it's over. You know it's over. And we're getting so close to that. But in the meantime, we got such tremendous opportunities, as I said, as they keep pushing this market up higher and higher. Let's keep buying the most powerful stock. That's what I'm doing with my members. We call them the power stocks. We keep buying the power stocks, the big boys that are doing well. You know, give you a couple examples. We've been buying MRO. Another beautiful, that's one of my best stocks. That's my refiner. We've been buying A&F. That's a nice power stock. When the markets were going down 600 points, markets going down 500, they weren't going down. They were making new highs. Those are the stocks you buy. Those are the stocks you buy. Take our A&F today. Broke out beautifully today. Nice day. Beautiful, beautiful. Matter of fact, it turned green after being red for some time. It turned green at $21.10 back on January 8th. Today it's $29.65. And it's making new highs. And that what you're looking for is when the market comes down on Monday or Tuesday, 500-600 points again. If that doesn't go down, that's called a power stock. It has relative strength. That's the stock you want to be with. Those are the stocks I get from my clients. And take, again, like MRO. Another one we're always doing well with is Ralph Lauren. We've done great with Ralph Lauren. JCI, that's another one we've done well with. Great power stock. Matter of fact, it went up again today. But when they go up like again today, we got to test them. We're hoping for another down day. And every time you get a down day, 300, 400, 600 points, and those stocks don't go down, those are the stocks you want to be in. Stay with those stocks. That's what you want right there. Stay with those stocks. I will tell you when gold, join the gang. I'll tell you when gold is ready to go. Forget these people that, oh, nobody wants gold anymore. Nobody cares, but they all want Bitcoin. Really? I'll prove them all wrong. Join my gang over the weekend. Remember, go to my YouTube channel. It'll be posted after 6. You got to see these charts, getting you nearer and closer and closer to why the market's going to crash.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.